In this video, the Small Business Administration just released the rules, guidance, criteria, and the way that the federal agency will disperse funds for the next round of $10,000 economic injury disaster loan grants. So the federal agency has just updated the SBA.gov economic injury disaster loan page. The subheading reads, Targeted EIDL Advance. Targeted EIDL Advance was signed into law on December 27, 2020 as part of the Economic Aid to Hard-Hit Small Businesses, Nonprofits, and Venues Act. The Targeted EIDL Advance provides businesses located in low-income communities with additional funds to ensure small businesses' continuity, adaptation, and resiliency. Advance funds of up to $10,000 will be available to applicants located in low-income communities who previously received an EIDL advance for less than $10,000, or those who applied but received no funds due to lack of available program funding. Applicants do not need to take any action at this time. SBA will reach out to those who qualify. SBA will reach out to EIDL applications that already received the partial EIDL advance. Between $1,000 and $9,000, applicants will be contacted directly by SBA via email in the coming weeks with instructions to determine eligibility and submit documentation. This is what my man Jason Mack has been talking about, that previous applicants for the Economic Injury Disaster Loan Grant can expect an email potentially within the next few days or weeks, where the Small Business Administration will instruct them on how they can receive either the full $10,000 grant or the balance of the $10,000 grant you had to receive when you applied for the first grant. You received the first grant, whether it was for $1,000 or $2,000 at the previous $1,000 per employee rule, that the SBA had discretion to go ahead and execute and disperse those funds at $1,000 per employee. Not because it was part of a law, but the law did give the SBA the discretion to do that. However, the new law, the new disaster relief package, does not give the Small Business Administration that discretion. So it's grants of up to $10,000, and this is the criteria. All communications from SBA will be sent from an official government email with an SBA.gov ending. Please do not send sensitive information via email to any address that does not end in SBA.gov. Applicants may qualify if they are located in a low-income community. I told you how to do that on one of my previous videos, how to determine whether you are in a low-income community. If you do not know how to do that, go ahead and refer to my older video, or let me know if that video was not clear, where I hopped on data.census.gov and I told you how to locate your census tract, and then how to go ahead and pull up the report that shows the median income levels and other information you can use to determine whether you actually operate your business in a low-income community. Let me know in the comments section below. Click the subscribe button, click the bell notification if you want me to drop another video to go ahead and clarify that process. Are located in a low-income community. The definition of a low-income community is defined in Section 45DE of the Internal Revenue Code. Note that the applicant must be located in a low-income community in order to qualify. Additional details on how SBA will identify low-income communities will be available soon on sba.gov/virus relief, and can demonstrate more than 30% reduction in revenue during an 8-week period beginning on March 2nd, 2020 or later. If an applicant meets the low-income community criteria, they will be asked to provide grossly monthly revenue, all forms of combined monthly earnings received, such as profits or salaries, to confirm the 30% reduction. So you're going to have to produce some type of documentation demonstrating that within an 8-week period after March 2nd, 2020, you suffered a 30% or greater than 30% loss, more than a 30% reduction in revenue when compared to an 8-week period prior to March 2nd, 2020 or in 2019, as per the law. Next, SBA will reach out to those who applied for EIDL assistance on or before December 27th, 2020, but did not receive an EIDL advance due to lack of program funding. So first, the Small Business Administration is going to reach out to people who received a grant of anywhere from $1,000 to $9,000 in order to determine whether they are eligible to receive the difference of the full $10,000 grant. So if you received $8,000, then you are eligible based on this criteria, then you may qualify to receive the remaining $2,000. So you will be the full recipient, or the recipient of a full $10,000 EIDL grant. Next, SBA will reach out to those who applied for EIDL assistance on or before December 27th, but did not receive an EIDL due to lack of program funding. A number of you fall under that bucket. You applied for an economic injury disaster loan grant. However, due to lack of funding, then you did not receive one. These applicants will receive an email from SBA with instructions to determine eligibility and submit documentation. Applicants may qualify for a targeted EIDL advance if they meet the above criteria: low income location and reduction in revenue, and have 300 or fewer employees. As per the CARES Act, remember, it was 500 employees or less. Now it's 300 or fewer employees for you to be eligible to receive the grant of $10,000. Business entities normally eligible for an EIDL program are eligible, including sole proprietors, independent contractors, and private nonprofit organizations. Agricultural enterprises are not eligible. All applicants may be asked to provide an IRS 4506T. A number of you have already had to supply those to allow SBA to request tax information on the applicant's behalf. Please do not submit duplicate EIDL applications. Only prior applicants will be considered for the targeted EIDL advance. SBA will reach out to you if you qualify. So the rest of the page hasn't been updated as far as I can see. You still have this text which reads EIDL advance no longer available. So there are other sections in the current disaster relief package that potentially provide for $10,000 grants without having to fulfill this criteria. As this information is released, I'll go ahead and update you in subsequent videos, and stay tuned for tomorrow's video, because I'll tell you what the Small Business Administration has told me in regards to when they'll start to release funds for the next round of the Economic Injury Disaster Loan Grant. Talk soon.